Um,
A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be?
Zuzbel Poop Lord.
Try again, smartass. John Egbert. Your name is John. As previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered around your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them in your Silodex. You have no idea what that actually means though. There are other items in the chest. John, examine the contents. In here you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms, currently capsuled in your Silodex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of Beagle Plus glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. Oh, and 1 Harry Anderson's Wise Guy, by Mike Caveney. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point, but for now you decide to just take the smoke pellets. John, capsulog the smoke pellets. You stole the smoke pellets in one of your capsulog cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but at least you're getting the hang of the vernacular. You have 2 empty capsulog cards remaining. John, equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioural medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to capsulog the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable, since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of stacked data structure. You were never all that good with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. John, examine problem sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hardball than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest choices. Oh, that's a purchase page. There's a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. John, read note on the drawer. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. Happy birthday, son. I'm proud of you. John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need to find a way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but now with all your cards full, you wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. Take nails. You capsulog 4 nails into the top card, and push all the artifacts down the card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again, unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you feel like you've gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile, and shit on your desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top two cards. The hammer and nails are now capture-logged on the same card and can be used together. John, use hammer/nails on poster. You use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to wall. You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. John, examine Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box. I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? John, examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about the impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Spurb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day and you have no intention of clogging your Silodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice coming from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. Oh. The fuck? Homestuck beta is weird.
Yep.
You pull up your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your PestaChum application is flashing. Oh, your desktop is also lit with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your PestaChum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. John, open PestaChum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. John, open message. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? I got a Little Monsters posting. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny. Oh hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of AJ in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. Oh, that's fine, but I have just one question from you and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But the seal of the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. Why did the fat kid or whoever who drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. It was like the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about that? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? No. Did you? Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care, I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game's only boring. Did you see how we got slammed in Game Bro? Game Bro is a joke and we both know it. Yeah. I'm gonna go check your mail. Maybe it's out now. Alright. John, look out of window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can be hardly considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. John, examine mailbox. The little red arm swingy dealy thingy, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flipper lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. John, go outside and check the mailbox. You were about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like a dad's just headed from the grocery store. Oh great, he's beating you to the mail. John, forget it, check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he'll likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you are trapped in this room. Stuck, if you will, in a sense that which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, this dude can just hold his damn horses. John, examine games on CD rack. You've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. Bard Quest. Problem Sleuth. What Pumpkin? And it don't stop. John, read Colonel Sasaka's daunting text. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture it. You're not sure you're ready to logjam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. John, capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to plug up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture lock the arms again. John, set Pestachun's status to bully. You don't quite think they're quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pestachun client should reflect your mood in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This, unsurprisingly, does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot your chum was still pestering you. John, answer chum. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT, she can pester me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time, I started feeling embarrassed for her. I basically like I could blame her or anything. Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attractive to you. Thank you. JK. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out. Stack. What's yours? Ask map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures. I guess. Did you at least allocate your stripes to specimens? No. It could free up a card for you. Plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hard to handle. Which is never. What have you got? Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the stripe specimens. How? I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sasako would know precise index of elevated hilarity. John, allocate hammer to stripe specimens. Hammer kind. You check the back of your stripe specimens for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. John, select hammer. Your stripe specimens has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your strife deck. John, report progress to TG. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, that will be the permanent allocation of your stripe specimens. I guess you should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be that relevant. John, capture log the Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro, Spurb. Why, the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like better. John, read article.
Could I do this one?
Yeah.
So, okay, Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped on of. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know, I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine, I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag or some bro sets. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all licked up ins? Know what I'm saying, bro, Yoma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open and the back deck was wet and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone was made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against the wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron tracking his bowling candy ass girth to the hospital, but it's cool. I still got another watch in me. Proto Ronda.
Bro notes.
Dennis was so wasted. I mean, damn.
John, capture log Game Bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. John, capture log Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Silodex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. Wear disguise to fool Dad. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there never has been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, the card remains in the deck, but it is temporarily They remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such a brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. The accursed odour of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night, you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it, categorically, at all times, without exception. As domestic myths of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it. Much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into fire. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ash is everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling the cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You better clean this up before Dad finds it. John, combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gift. Champ, I know you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Oh, hell no. First, you prop the Harlequin doll on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capsulate the ashes to your available card. John, combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back inside of the urn, but is a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidy if you just used a broom and a dustpan. John, put urn back. No one will be the wiser. Except maybe people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something you could do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capsulog them. Looks like Pestisham is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room. John, check Pestisham. Another one of your chums is messaging you.
I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Pro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyways, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it for him, so BRB.
John?
What?
You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid.
Okay, why don't you go get that game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha.
I know, John.
John, go back downstairs. You can now execute the brilliant idea you had. There should be enough frosting on these fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. John, attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colin Sassacre said. This makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. Toblerone. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. John, throw present wrap in fire. As long as you're cleaning up. John, capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. John, read Colonel Sasuke's text. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. John, find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, for which the smell of baking wafts. A powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go in the study. It doesn't look like he's here right now. John, examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capsule card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. John, upgrade costume with hat from the hat rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. The disguise is somewhat less funny, but is a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping you off neck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. John, examine capsule card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your cellar. John, capsule card. Ah! S. John, play haunting piano refrain. John, play 52 pickup. You play the prankster's favourite card game, even though you're alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Just look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your TV is currently airing a commercial. John, exit. You exit the house. John, check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the void, keeping neighbours apart, as if grazing the hollows of a cut reed, or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are, are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether like the moon's faint reflection. With even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its faint black well, it is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans fires. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are sure Walt Whitman said that, 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No. John, see if your father left mail in the car. The door is locked, and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking that the glass is steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labelled with the Spurb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic. John, enter. Your dad sees right through your costume. He doesn't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip this clever disguise, and your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this. Strife. Aggrieve. Auto pastry. Abjure. Guardian. Coral band. John. Retrieve the black package and flee to your room. You cannot abscond. This guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he banishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for defense. Beagle Aegis. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. John, capture log the pie tin. You take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Stilodex is pushed back a card and the smoke belts are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be the distraction you were... Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, victory goes to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who could likely resist anything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Saska's text out of your Silodex. Saska, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. John, abscond. Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detectors, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capsule card is forced out of the Slidex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. John, take package. This red package is addressed to you. John, take envelope. You got the spur beta. John, exit kitchen. Get cake on couch. You capsulate the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? John, retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up this mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom, and to the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. John, go to the bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. The items force the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. John, go to bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smouldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good. John, check Pestachum.
Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, I will talk to you later.
Hey, GG is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry the favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? I discovered a comic that is going to destroy the earth. It was named after me. Now I am famous and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No, stop. Just, no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. McConaughey? That's like a dumb noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those posters of that clown you got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Nick Cage is sweet. So sweet. That's so lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is for real, isn't it? I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid. It's just a joke. The ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact they're ironic makes them awesome. And vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. You do realize that that's still his weird, sort of gaunt face at some point? Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package in there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped on a spare bear. So I will probably open it after I install the beta. Oh man, the beta came? Yeah, I want to play it. No way. Why not? It sounds hells of boring. Just get TD to play it. She's all about that. Where did she go? Her internet's blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous. John, open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typhoeus web browser and direct it to what is undisputably the most amazing website ever created. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. John, install the Esper beta. You decide it's time for less meta, more beta. You install the CD and you insert the CD and install the beta. What the fuck is this? John, bone up on data structures. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. John, read Data Structure book. Data Structures for Assholes by Buckminster Funny Uncle. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch motors in the back. You're not quite sure if you want to really dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. John, get free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover, where free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of stack. John, apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items captured in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on the upper cards to be pushed back in. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it also seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance though. John, switch back to stack. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract and you'd prefer not to think about it too much. John, put down the razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. John, pick up 2 items. You captured one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight. John, get the other cake. The second cake causes the razor to launch out of the foot of your Sylladex. Oh good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. John, get more stuff. You open your magic chest and caps lock one of your favourite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. There goes the fresh towel. John, might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bulletin. Oh god damn it. John, open that package. You examine the package. It is from your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Of course, the razor. It's so simple. You wonder why you didn't... John, pick up the package again. Let's take this from the top. John, capsule glass shards. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. You should probably go get the stuff back before you forget. John, use Razor on the red package. You open the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty, smelly.